The manufacturing journey begins here, as thousands of pounds of raw potatoes tumble from the delivery trucks, straight from the farm. They immediately enter the washing flumes, where powerful, turbulent water jets blast away every speck of soil and field dirt. This destoner unit uses gravity to separate the crop. Heavy stones sink to the bottom, while the lighter potatoes float onward. Next, they enter the abrasive peelers, where rough, spinning walls vigorously scrape off the skins in a matter of seconds. Emerging from the drum, the potatoes are now perfectly clean, glistening, and ready for the rigorous inspection process ahead. On the brightly lit inspection belt, workers and cameras ensure only the highest quality potatoes proceed to the slicing machines. One by one, the potatoes drop into the centrifugal slicer tube, accelerating rapidly towards the razor-sharp cutting head inside. Inside, the rotary blades spin at incredibly high speeds, instantly transforming the solid vegetable into paper-thin raw potato slices. The fresh slices cascade into a turbulent water bath, washing away surface starch to prevent them from sticking together later. High-velocity air knives blast the slices on the conveyor, removing excess water to ensure they fry evenly and crisp up. A continuous, uniform carpet of raw potato slices now moves steadily towards the entrance of the massive industrial frying unit. This is the critical moment of thermal shock. The raw slices hit the hot oil, creating an immediate, violent eruption of steam. Submerged in the industrial fryer, the slices flow through a river of golden oil, beginning their rapid transformation into chips. The internal moisture of the potato turns to steam, rising in thick clouds that signify the intense heat exchange occurring below. At a microscopic level, the water is evaporating instantly, replaced by oil, turning the soft texture into a crispy structure. It looks like a flowing golden river, thousands of chips traveling smoothly through the precise temperature zones of the fryer. Perfectly fried, the chips emerge from the oil bath on a stainless steel mesh conveyor, glistening under the factory lights. Gravity does the work here, as excess oil drips rapidly back into the tank, ensuring the chips remain light and crunchy. A final steam curtain blasts the moving chips, stripping away any lingering surface oil for a cleaner, non-greasy taste profile. We now have a uniform bed of golden, crispy chips, perfectly cooked and moving towards the cooling and sorting section. A close look reveals the signature blistered surface, which is the hallmark texture of a perfectly fried Lay's potato chip. The conveyor speed increases, thinning out the layer of chips to prepare them for the high-tech sorting scanners further ahead. Meanwhile, the frying oil is continuously cycled through fine mesh filters to maintain absolute purity and flavor throughout the day. Before any seasoning is added, a quality check confirms the base chip is flawless, golden, and perfectly crisp for flavoring. Now for the flavor profile. The plain chips enter a massive rotating stainless steel drum designed for gentle, continuous tumbling. Overhead, the signature seasoning powder is dispensed with absolute precision to match the volume of chips passing through the drum. Inside the drum, the chips tumble in a continuous cascade, creating a chaotic mix of golden potato and red spice dust. The drum's internal texture ensures every single chip is turned over, guaranteeing an even coating on both sides of the snack. In slow motion, you can see the fine flavor particles colliding and fusing with the warm oil on the chip's surface. They exit the coating drum fully transformed, wrapped in a rich layer of savory seasoning dust, ready for the next stage. A vibrating pan spreads the chips out again, preventing them from clumping together while the seasoning sets on the surface. A macro view reveals the delicious topography of salt, spices, and oil adhering to the crispy ridges of the chip. This colorful stream of barbecue-flavored chips is now moving towards the final cooling tunnel to lock in the flavor profile. Watch them cascade gently from one level to another, a literal waterfall of flavor moving through the factory production line. They pass through a long cooling tunnel to bring them to room temperature, ensuring they don't sweat inside the packaging. A visual comparison confirms the dramatic difference between the plain base chip and the fully seasoned, final tasty product. High-speed optical sorters use lasers to scan thousands of chips per minute, detecting even the smallest discoloration or defect. If a defect is spotted, a precise, high-pressure jet of air instantly shoots the bad chip out of the production line. The rejected chips, whether burnt, green, or clumped, are collected in a separate bin, ensuring zero defects reach the consumer. The sorted, premium chips now travel up a steep incline conveyor, heading towards the packaging deck located high above. We are now looking at the massive multi-head weighing machine, which is the heart of the packaging distribution system. The central cone vibrates intensely, distributing the incoming stream of chips evenly into the radial feed pans surrounding it. The chips jitter along these metal channels, waiting to be dropped into the precision weight buckets for final measurement. The buckets snap open and closed in milliseconds, calculating the perfect combination to match the target weight of the bag. Once the weight is confirmed, the chips drop through the center chute, free-falling towards the bag maker waiting below. Even at this final stage, they pass through a metal detector loop to guarantee absolute food safety for every packet. It's a robotic choreography, with buckets opening in complex, calculated patterns to maintain high-speed flow without any interruption. A temporary buffer zone holds the measured portion for a split second, synchronizing perfectly with the packaging film below. Here begins the packaging process. The massive roll of iconic yellow lace film is mounted and ready for high-speed action. The film unwinds rapidly, speeding over tension rollers to ensure a smooth and consistent feed into the vertical forming machine. The flat sheet is pulled over a metal forming collar, curling it into a continuous, seamless tube shape for filling. A heated vertical bar presses against the overlap, thermally welding the back seam to create the cylinder for the bag. Inside the tube, the chips fall in, while nitrogen gas is flushed to displace oxygen and keep the chips fresh. Heavy sealing jaws clamp down, simultaneously creating the top seal of one bag and the bottom seal of the next. A sharp blade cuts the film cleanly, and the newly formed bag drops onto the takeaway conveyor, perfectly inflated and sealed. A steady stream of colorful, air-filled Lay's bags moves away from the packaging station towards the boxing area. Each bag passes over a dynamic check weigher to ensure it meets the strict weight requirements for retail distribution. Robotic arms with vacuum suction cups gently pick up the bags and place them into shipping cases with great care. The cardboard box is automatically taped shut, ready for distribution to supermarkets and convenience stores around the world. And there it is, the final result. A pristine, crispy packet of Lay's chips, manufactured to perfection and ready to eat.